Hey y'all, Kevin here, and this is Pure Reviews. So if you're new to the channel, be sure to help me out and hit that subscribe button. And more importantly, if you found this video very helpful, be sure to leave a like before you go, or maybe even share a friend or leave a comment. All those really do help out the channel a ton. So today's product I want to share with you is a great all-in-one alarm clock slash sound machine. So it is by a company called AHZ, and it is the Sunrise Alarm Clock. I'm going to include a link in the description that will take you to Amazon. You can check it out for yourself, see what the current price point is, see if it's something for you. But we're going to go over all the details, how to set it up, and everything it does. So first off, once you order it, it's going to come in this little box right here. And then once you open the box, you are basically going to get a user manual, the clock that we're about to go over in detail, and then you're going to get a nice long USB to USB Type-C charging cable. So I want to cover real quick the instructions. They're pretty straightforward, and we're going to go over all the settings, but as you can see on the front page here, it's going to tell you what everything does. And then more importantly, this clock uses an app. You don't necessarily have to use the app, but that is really how you function all the various white noise, and it makes it super easy to set the time and all that. It does it automatically via the app. So on this second page here, you can see it has JTags here for the Apple Store, the Google Play Store, or if you want to sideload it on the Android market. And then that is basically the image of what the app looks like. But before we go in and break down all the settings via the app and the clock itself, I kind of want to touch over some quick bases of the alarm clock itself here. So on the front, you can see is the time, and then it has this glowing orb on the top here, which is really easy. It has multiple color changes. You just tap it kind of on the back side here. And you can change the colors manually. You can also change it via the app. So you can kind of pick something that you like. And then on the bottom here is a kind of non-stick rubber sliding thing to keep it from sliding away. And then on the back here, you have the power button. You have the USB Type-C charging cable, and then you have the mode function button, and then this is the big speaker. And as you saw, I just accidentally hit, once the device is on, you're gonna hold that for 3 seconds, it's gonna turn on. And then if you want to do the white noises, you just tap it and it turns on the white noise. And as you can hear, it has the bird sounds. But like I said, all this is very easy to control via the app. So let's go in and break down how the app works and then get a close-up of all the various features of this cool little alarm clock.
Okay, so let's go over the app features, because there is a lot to cover of what the app can do. It's super easy to control once you get it downloaded and onto your phone. The connection process was pretty simple. I will note that my phone was connected to my watch, so I disconnected the Bluetooth connection to the watch, and then it quickly found the device itself here. So I'll play some footage of that in the corner if it's not already appeared. But let's go over the basic settings. Down here at the bottom, you have your profile, pretty straightforward amongst apps. Here you have all your device settings, which we're about to go over. And then another cool thing down here at the bottom is there's some extra sleep options. Now, if you subscribe, I think as of recording, it's like $2 a month or something like that. But if you subscribe to their premium services, it will unlock some of this stuff. But they do include some free ones, like this hypnosis fall asleep fast. So there's just various things. You kind of got to dig through here and go through it. Like you can do a story time with the story of Ugly Duckling. And then at the top here, there's more options of meditation stuff and just straight up music if you want. So back to the device part. The first thing is a simple, it is the button that will turn on and off the light here. So now you can see it's turned off and the clock is only on, but you can turn it on, the light turns on, and if you have a music set, it'll turn that on also. If you want to turn that off, you can simply click there and mute it, or you can also, on the back here, just tap the power button. Oh, I'm touching the thing at the top. Sorry, so what I was doing there is my hand was hitting the little sensor right there, but you just have to tap the power button on the back, right like so, and it'll turn off that sound. Of course, unless you're like me and you're resting your hand on the little button here, which changes the colors. Okay, so the next feature I want to go over is the clock part here. So as you can see, the light is on. You can turn it on if you want. You don't want it on at all, you can do that. Or you can adjust the brightness. If you're like me and you don't like a lot of bright lights at night when you're sleeping, you can turn it down, which is super, super nice. Same thing with the light of the device. You can adjust how bright that is all the way till it's off. So full kind of function. And then same thing with the volume here. Of the bird sounds or your white noise sounds and features. We'll turn that off. Okay, so then the next row here is the alarm settings. And this particular alarm clock gives you the option to set 4 alarms, so you can fully customize a lot of alarms. You'll never have to pick and choose, which is really, really great. Simply just tap it, and then you can see you can set the time. You can pick your days that you want it, or just simply select all weekdays or weekends or every day. So they have easy buttons to attach. And then you can name your alarm, and then you can pick your sound. If you want a sound to wake up to, it gives you that option. And then obviously your volume of that. But like I said, if you don't want to wake up to a sound, but of course it's an alarm clock. But if you don't want to wake up to the sound and you just want to wake up to the clock or the color, you can do that by clicking that button. And then there are the color options down here, which you can do all the custom colors, or you can do the sunrise. Sunrise is personally my favorite because it changes from warm to white light as you wake up, which is kind of cool. I'll show that here in a minute. And then you have your light. So when you want it to turn on, do you want it to turn on basically 5 minutes before your alarm goes off? Or do you want it to do all the way up to an hour before you wake up? And so it just slowly, gradually gets brighter and brighter and brighter. And so when your alarm clock goes off, the light's full on. Or you can turn off that mode if you want. And then at the very bottom here, you see it has a snooze button. You can turn on the option to have snooze or not. If you want snooze, it will give you an extra 9 minutes, and you get that by tapping the same button that controls the light, which is right there at the top. Yeah, and then you can test it out with a preview. So there you go. And you can see the sunrise, it's changing here, which is really, really cool. So, and then you can, if you don't want to keep that, you can delete it, or you can add another alarm. Then at the next thing is a timer mode. Now, so this is really cool if you're trying to fall asleep and you want white noise on, or you want the light, or more importantly, you're using it as a night light for your kids' room. You can just select a timer. How long do you want this to run? You want it to run at 1 hour? You want it to run 30 minutes? You want to run it 5 seconds? You can pick that timer, and then essentially it will turn off the sound, and it will turn off the light. So just like that. See, quickly turned off. So that's kind of cool there. You can select your favorite modes here, your custom settings, and name them. So you can quickly just tap it and it'll adjust everything you like. And then over here is your white noise options. Like I said, total, you have 43 sleep sound options. Everything from rattles, crickets, cicadas, traditional white noise. And then under more here, you got seagulls. Make it sound like the sea, raining on a tent. I mean, there's a lot to just kind of go through brown noise, pink noise. So pick your thing that makes drowns out that background sound that you don't like. You can also access that by simply touching the sound icon right there. And you can mute it too from here if you want. And then here you can click, this is where you can change the color. So you can change it via your app if you want, if you don't want to change it directly. So if it's across the room, then you got the sunrise option there again, which is where it's getting slowly brighter and brighter and brighter until it turns into kind of a white-ish light. Then you also have the full custom color, so you can get that perfect color that you want, and just like so. So you got lots of flexibility with all that. Now at the top here, I want to point out, because obviously it's not plugged in, so it's telling me how much battery life the device has. Now your battery life is going to be affected by how bright the light is, how often you're running the sounds and everything. So it kind of varies. I've noticed it will last for basically a couple days if you're doing a lot of stuff. It will probably last longer without it. I haven't been able to pinpoint an exact time that it takes to drain, but it does have various things that last. Then you have your setting here, and this simply has the Bluetooth options, whether you're connecting via Bluetooth. It has a toddler lock. So what the toddler lock does, and as you can see, it turned on here, there's a little lock button that's blinking. What that does is it keeps you from being able to adjust it. So if you have your kid, whatnot, they can't change the settings. You can turn it off on the thing here, or you hold down the two buttons on the back and it will turn off the toddler lock. So if they figure that out, they can turn it off themselves. But then you have down here, if you like military time, the 24-hour clock, bam, hit that button, it turns on. Or if AM, PM, you do that. Now, because it connects via the phone, you didn't have to worry about setting the clock. It does it automatically for you, which is another really cool, nice feature. And then this is another quick access to your favorites. But honestly, it's just easier to hit that. And then you can name, right up here at the top, you can name your alarm clock if you want. And if you hit the three little bars, this is where it's going to take you back to the main page. So if you have multiple clocks for multiple kids, you can access them all here, or your room, whatever. You can access it all right there. Easy breezy. So those are all the main features of the app. One thing I did want to cover here is the size of this guy. So it is 3.5 inches wide and then 3.9 inches tall. So it's a nice little size. Fits really clean on a nightstand, doesn't take up a lot of room and whatnot. So that is basically the ins and outs of how you control it via the app.
Okay guys, so now you have seen the alarm clock in action. Like I said, it is a cool little white noise / alarm clock. If you are in the market for either one of those, I totally recommend checking it out. For some reason, if there was something I didn't cover or I missed, feel free to hit me up in the comment section. I do typically respond to those. And like I said, if you thought this video was very helpful, be sure to leave a like before you go. That really helps out the channel a ton, and consider subscribing also. That is basically it. So until the next video, you guys take it easy. Later. Congrats, you made it to the end of the video. Thank you very much. Greatly appreciated for the support. Be sure to hit that like button on the video. It really, really does help out. And if you have not subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell if you want to get notified when new videos come out on this channel.